She's bound by an oath. She may not kill for her own life. It is myself that kills for her.
Claire and Jamie's love has stood the test of time, literally, but there could be a new hurdle on the horizon if information on Season 6 is anything to go by. Outlander has been a critical and commercial success since Season 1, portraying the life of explorers, women, colonizers, and those seeking liberation in the 1700s has captivated audiences for nearly 6 years, and we've just been assured that Season 6 will be as heartbreaking as ever. For fans who just finished Season 5, it's looking like we might have another Stranger Things situation where we will be suffering an Outlander drought. But not to worry, the showrunners have been dropping serious gems, including a brand new title sequence that's hinting at a rough patch for Claire and Jamie. So, when will we get to see Season 6? How far along is the production, and what will happen to the Frasers? Let's get to it.
It's a curse. Had you've done it now. Don't touch that woman and don't draw her blood.
Oh, and by the way, the video will have major spoilers for previous Outlander seasons, so if you're binging on Netflix or something, just be prepared. This November, we were gifted with the best confirmation ever. During the launch of the 9th Outlander novel, titled Go Tell the Bees That I'm Gone, the Starz Network revealed that we will be getting a 6th season of Outlander, and after, we got this wild teaser and cryptic title sequence that gives some serious clues as to what Claire, Jamie, and the rest will have to endure. Fans can rest assured their beloved Claire and Jamie will be back facing new challenges, adversaries, and adventures in Season 5 and 6 as we delve into American history and continue the story of the Frasers as they settle in the new world. Starz president and CEO Chris Albrecht said, "Filming has wrapped up and it's been revealed that Season 6 will have 8 episodes that are currently being edited to perfection, and that we will get a feature-length 90-minute first episode that features the characters into the new world of America." Returning to the series is Katrina Balfe, Sam Heughan, Sophie Skelton, Richard Rankin, and John Bell, who will all reprise their starring roles, while new cast members will include Mark Lewis-Jones as Tom, Alexander Vlos as Alan, and Jessica Reynolds as Malavia Christie. We also know that Season 6 will be heavily inspired by the 6th novel in the series, titled A Breath of Snow and Ashes. We know that much of Season 5 relied heavily on the novel.
You touch me again, and you'll all be dead by dawn!
I said don't do it! She's gonna kill us all!
That's enough! Both of you.
And some of the heaviest moments in the season, like the intense and uncomfortable 5th season finale where Claire was taken and assaulted severely. Though the book gives a different cause for Claire's abduction, the series still keeps the heavy and dark themes. In the novel, Claire is taken by some random bandits on a raid, but the show makes it more personal. Claire is targeted after the stars of a medical practice and tries to help the women in the area take more control over their bodies and lives.
Let her go! Shoot him! Let her go!
Put that down, or I'll cut her throat on the count of 3.
The same happened with the death of Stephen Bonnet. Now, I know there's nothing sad about this character's death. He's been the absolute worst. He robbed Claire and Jamie and physically harmed Brianna, so his death both in the novel and the show is welcomed. Now the book follows the Frasers through the years before the Revolutionary War, and we know that Frasers will be in the New World. No word on whether we'll get a Hamilton reference, but wouldn't that just be fantastic? Going by the book's synopsis, here's what might happen. The year is 1772, and on the eve of the American Revolution, the long fuse of rebellion has already been lit. Men lie dead in the streets of Boston and in the backwoods of North Carolina. Isolated cabins burn in the forest. With chaos brewing, the governor calls upon Jamie Fraser to unite the backcountry and safeguard the colony for the king and crown. But from his wife, Jamie knows that 3 years hence the shot heard around the world will be fired, the result will be independence, with those loyal to the king either dead or in exile. And there is also the matter of tiny clipping from the Wilmington Gazette dated 1776, which reports Jamie's death along with his kin. For once, he hopes his time-traveling family may be wrong about the future.
In a storm at sea.
Then you know what I speak of.
Okay, I know you're freaking out. Jamie dying? I seriously hope that that's a fake out or that the Gazette got it wrong and Jamie and his family are okay and have just moved to a different portion of time because, wow, that would be tragic. We know that the writer of the novels has planned to write 10 novels and that might mean 10 to 11 seasons of Outlander. So maybe Jamie hasn't perished as a result of the Revolutionary War. But you never know. We were warned that Jamie and Claire will face heartbreaking moments and new enemies. Executive producer Meryl Davis hinted at the family betrayal, saying Jamie and Claire keep thinking they're safe at Fraser's Ridge, but in season 6 we're asking, what do you do when your home turns against you? We'll see how that happens in our own backyard. Now, this might be about the emergence of the Christie family. Apparently, Jamie isn't too happy to see Tom Christie, Mark Lewis Jones, and his 2 children, Alan, Alexander Vlois, and Malva, Jessica Reynolds. Tom Christie is an old enemy of Jamie's, and his arrival will lead Jamie to do things we never would have thought he could do. These guys are described as the villains you don't really expect. The turmoil, according to the showrunners, will be very destabilizing for Claire, and a really heartbreaking but really twisted narrative that they all get embroiled in. Actor Sam Heughan, who plays Jamie, gave a small hint about the upcoming turmoil, saying, a new character, but he's not so new to Jamie, adding, actually in Adsmere, Tom Christie is one of Jamie's ancient foes. He comes to Fraser Ridge and tries to take a bit of power actually, so there's a bit of power play that his daughter becomes a very, very special part of this story. I can't give away anymore. Oh gosh, get the tissues out! Another new character we can expect is Melva Christie, Tom Christie's daughter, who is played by Jessica Reynolds. Melva ends up building a close relationship with Claire, who makes the rivalry between Tom and Jamie all the more complicated and confusing. We got to see these new characters in the various teasers and videos uploaded on Outlander's social media, but there's one character that we haven't gotten any confirmation on, and that's the beloved Lord John Grey.
Jamie is one of the people I cherish most on this earth, and drawn to you for reasons I cannot explain, but
He sent the fanbase into worry mode when he posted what looked like a goodbye message on social media saying, don't like goodbyes, tears, or sighs. He does appear in the 6th novel, but that doesn't guarantee he will show up in the series. But he might be off to star in his own spin-off series, much like the novel that follows his life story. David Barry, who plays the character, has expressed interest in a spin-off, saying, I think the character is a great character. I really enjoy these novels. He's sort of in the realm of hypotheticals, so in the hypothetical world, yeah, I jump at the chance to play the character again in the right series. No word on how long that production would take, but as I said before, the ST syndrome greatly delayed Outlander's productions in the past. The crew and cast encountered restrictions for each large production, but despite that, they have also announced that Season 7 is in the works. I know, double news for the double waiting time. Showrunners Matthew B. Roberts said, filming in 2021 has presented an unprecedented set of challenges, which led us to the decision to tourniquet the season in order to bring the fans the most vibrant and dynamic season as soon as possible. Dinafesh will then film an extended Season 7 with 16 episodes next year as life turns to normalcy.
I don't think anyone can teach you a damn thing.
That's what I'm saying. I'm surprised to hear language like that from a lady.
Other storyline fans are dying to see involves characters like Brianna, who just discovered that she had a half-brother. Then there's Claire's trauma and her long and difficult journey to healing, which will no doubt be highlighted in the upcoming season. Fortunately for her, she has close family that has also endured the same trauma and she can lean on them. Then there's the revelation that Jamie and his family aren't the only time travelers out there, and this could cause some havoc or end up helping the Fraser family come Season 6. The official synopsis reads, the Frasers strive to maintain peace and flourish within a society, which, as Claire knows all too well, is unwittingly marching towards revolution. Against this backdrop, which heralds the birth of a new American nation, Claire and Jamie have built a home together at Fraser's Ridge. They must now defend this home, established on land granted to them by the Crown, not only from the external forces, but also from the increasing strife and conflict in the community within their care. Season 6 explores what happens when there is disharmony and division among the inhabitants of the home you've created, when you've become an outsider or an outlander, so to speak, marginalized and rejected in your own home. So when will we see the Frasers continue their journey? Well, Season 6 is set to premiere on March 6th of 2022, and editing is ongoing. Are you a fan of Outlander? What was your favorite season? Have you read Outlander novels and short series? Let me know in the comments below, and if you enjoyed this video, then go ahead and subscribe for more. I'll see you in the next one.
They say the sea lives inside every shell. Can you hear it?